What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about OnyxCoin today, XCN. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. My last video for OnyxCoin was titled "Today is the Day." We had some rambling going on in that one. We're at about 1.76 cents. It is the day. It is the day that we're breaking out to the downside, apparently, is what it is. We're still in good shape, you guys. I don't think that we're going lower than this low. We could, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, we could go down. But what I mean by we're breaking out is if we take this like symmetrical triangle that we have here, I'm not drawing the best lines, but you can see, right? That symmetrical triangle there, we've clearly broken out to the downside, right? On the plus side to that, there hasn't really been any volume, right? In fact, as we're moving lower, volume's dying off. So that's nice, right? This is not a serious move. This is not some kind of effort that's worth worrying about, at least not in my opinion. We are lower than this low, yes, but we're still higher than this low. The reality is, guys, we could go below this low here at 1.6 cents and still be fine. We're totally fine. We could go all the way down to 1 cent and we're fine. Hell, we could go lower and we're fine, probably. But if we're looking at this on a 1 hour basis, we are in the oversold zone. We have rolled over effectively. We were looking to get overbought and we just couldn't do it. So now we're in the oversold zone. We're likely not going to go too much lower, if at all. And if you look here, we got about 22 minutes left in this hour. 22 minutes is not a lot of time, but for an hourly candle, that's a third of the candle, essentially. And we've already got some decent volume on this candle, right? And we've got a wick here at the low. If this is the low, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, I'm not saying that it is, but if it is, oftentimes when we find our lows, we get some very rapid recoveries in a very short amount of time, right? Here's a rapid recovery in the matter of hours. What I'm trying to suggest here is that by the end of today, while we're down already about 5%, by the end of today, we could be green. We could be at relatively new highs, or I shouldn't say relatively new highs, just above the daily open, or at the least have a pretty big wick pronounced to the downside. I do think that we're going to come back up by the end of today. We have 8 hours, 21 minutes left. I think that if we find our low this hour, next hour, the hour afterwards, whatever, that's more than enough time for us to recover, and we likely will recover at a fast pace. Again, OnyxCoin, when it comes to moving up, it moves up a lot faster than it moves down, right? It takes a lot of time to move down. It doesn't take that much time for it to move up, generally speaking. Looking at this on a 15-minute time frame, let's go here. We don't have any bullish divergence. No bullish divergence there, to be completely fair, so that's nothing really to go off of. We could go lower, guys. We really could go a little bit lower, and if we do, let's run with that idea real quick. If we were to go lower, where would we go? From a low to a high, you tipped your 382. It's not that it's broken if it goes below the 382. You're not broken on OnyxCoin if you go all the way down to your 0.5, but I just think it makes so much sense that you'd find support here, right? Strong moves. I'm so confident just based off of this simple metric here, where this was a powerful move and you're finding support at the 382. That just it happens. It happens all the time. It's so common, man. I would be very surprised if we went lower, but it can happen. And if we are to go lower, one of two things is going to happen. We're either going to form a double bottom, or more likely, in my opinion, because it's less common to actually find double bottoms on the 382, but it happens as well, would be to go down to the 0.5, which is all the way down to about 1.4 cents. We could go there. We could go to the golden ratio as well, which is at about 1.2 to 1.1 cents, but not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I'm not talking about this because I think it's going to happen. I'm talking about it in case it happens. I don't think that this is a problem, even if it does happen. I think that we're fine. I just think, it's important to consider. Really what I think is going to happen is that we're going to move up to the upside. I think this is just a shakeout, a little test of your patience. It's really not that big of a shakeout anyways. We're only down 5.5%. It goes against the expectations that we've had over the past few days, because we have broken out of this downtrend, broken out of this bull flag here. We've broken out of it. We're to the upside, so it's like, you've broken out. Why aren't you going? Well, sometimes this is just how it happens. Sometimes you don't follow through with that. I don't know if this hurts post-breakout performance. We do have new relative highs expected, right? With this bull flag measurement from a low to a high, you take it, you put it at the base of the flag here. The expectation would be to go to 5.6 cents, but perhaps we do stop below it. It's very possible that we stop below the measure move. Measure moves are just ideas, they're not requirements. So we could stop somewhere around like 4.5 cents, 4.9 cents. That's where we found resistance before. Don't be shocked if we do that. We might do something where we stop there, we kind of consolidate, and then we get a scam wick to the upside, and then we consolidate more, something like that. Or maybe we just continue to run after that. I don't know, but I'm just saying, don't get your feelings hurt if we don't see 5.6 cents. We could stop at 3.6 cents. We could stop at 4.9 cents, and we also could just rip right through that and see higher prices. This is just an idea. It's not a requirement, okay? And oftentimes I feel like this kind of breakout after the fact of the bull flag, right? Whenever you're not moving up rather immediately, you back test the line like this. I feel like this can hurt your post-performance breakout on the bull flag. So we'll see if it does. We'll see if it doesn't. But ultimately, did we just go back down a little bit? Yeah, ultimately, oh wow, so we're picking up a little bit of volume then, maybe. We got 18 minutes left. We'll see how it goes. Ultimately, if we are to go lower, the 382 is what I'm expecting to hold, or the 0.5 at 1.4 cents. Of course, we could go lower than that. But the expectation, in my opinion, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, is that we do not go to this low. We do not go lower than that low. We are probably by the end of today, by the end of this week, going to eat back most of this red side, right? We're down about 9% on this week to almost 10% on this week altogether. It wouldn't surprise me if by the end of today, 8 hours left, if we close this week green, or at least somewhat neutral. If today 5.7% to the downside closed green, if not somewhat neutral, that's the expectation over the next 8 hours. So I don't really have anything else that I want to say. Nothing else is new, guys. We are still on our way. We're on our merry way to 20 cents and beyond from a high to a low here. The expectation is that we hit the 1886 to 200 level, this area here, at about 32 cents to 26 cents, with the expectation, or exception, I should say, that we could stop at about 16 cents here. It's very possible that we could do that as well. But there's several targets that line up with that area. If we talk about this from a high to a low as well, we stopped at the 2618. We tipped that perfectly. The 3618 is just below 26 cents here, right above 20 cents there. 3786 at 27 cents kind of comes in line there. If we were to take, wasn't there another fib? Maybe I'm getting confused with something else. No, I don't think so. Because if we took that high to low, the 1272 is all the way up at like 80 cents, so definitely not there. But yeah, we've got, oh, that's what it is actually. If we look at, hold on, XCN here, we go on the all-time history. I think that's what it is. It's like the 786, 886 lines up with 15 cents. High to low here. No, it doesn't. Huh. Nope, I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, well, whatever. Anyways, all I'm trying to say here, guys, is that we likely do go higher. We likely do go above 20 cents. 26 cents still remains to be the target. We're at 1.75 cents now. The expectation would be by the end of this month that we are up at our relative high here at about 4.9 cents, or likely even above to 5.6 cents. But if we're a little bit lower, don't get your feelings hurt. If we're a little bit higher, don't get too ecstatic, right? But something around that 5.6 area is what we're expecting, and that's by the end of the month. It's the 20th now. We have 10 days left in the month, so in a matter of no time at all, this boring price action that we're going through over the past week, this kind of, I don't even know, I wouldn't even call it intimidating. It's not intimidating or scary at all. If it is, you're just bored, man. You're bored. You're looking at coins that are going up while this thing's just not moving. I mean, it just had its pump. Be patient. The next pump's coming. You know what I mean? It's about to be here. And I guess I don't have anything else that I want to say. So hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Today is not the day, unfortunately. Today is not the day. But maybe tomorrow will be, or the next day. Soon enough, it will be, and we'll be, I don't know, popping champagne. I'm not popping the champagne bottle, guys. Not until we're at new all-time highs. Once we do that, then I'll be popping the champagne bottle, okay? And we'll have another champagne sessions. I got nothing else for you. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Oh, bye-bye.